Hi guys, it's Christine
and Cassidy,
and we are here today to talk about our February YA order. So
sweet, let's do it. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, it is Valentine's Day when we are filming this.
I know, and it was a super busy day here in the library, so
It
I
was.
apologize if I start to
Fall asleep?
yeah, or just, ramble. Yeah. It's been a long day.
All right, who wants to start?
Go for it.
Okay, so I will start with a mystery book called Little White Lies. And it is by Jennifer Barnes. And this is about Sawyer, who is an auto mechanic. And she's kind of happy with how her life is. And then her grandmother shows up at her apartment one day, offering her 6 figures to participate in debutante season, so all the dresses, the jewelry, the balls, the parties, all of that. So
Where's my phone? I'm going to call my grandma.
Be like, where were you?
6
Why didn't you
figures?
have this society for
Holy
us?
moly, yeah.
And so as she's becoming part of this society, she's realizing all the glitter, all the glamour is not everything that they think it is. She starts to discover secrets and skeletons in the closets of all the high society members. But then she also starts to find out about her long lost father. And so I think that's where the mystery aspect comes into this. So it sounds very interesting.
Yeah,
one of those
Right.
behind the scenes,
Right.
everything's not as great as you think it is sort of books.
Cool. My first one I'll just grab is The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm, and this is by Christopher Polini. I know if I butcher that, I apologize because he is super famous and has sold millions and millions of books. But this author wrote Aragon and the Inheritance Cycle, and this is the newest edition in that it's actually not part of the Inheritance Cycle. The Inheritance Cycle is over, but this is a companion book, and
it's a series.
Yeah, I was going to say, Christine has book 1 on here, so I think there's going to be more. So I read the blurb, and it is 3 or 4 short stories set in the same world. Aragon does make an appearance. And so for fans of that, it's going to be huge.
Dragons.
I actually just bought the Inheritance Cycle for my son for Christmas. I usually don't buy him books because, I'm a librarian and he can check them out. But he does love dragons. So
Me too.
And he's on book 2 and loves it. He's 11 and it's great. The great thing I think about this author too is he started writing these books when he was like 13 or 14. So
it's good inspiration.
Right, I think that he had, he knows his audience.
Yeah.
For sure. So, if you have any kids that loved Aragon, or you did, I still have adults come up to me and say they loved it. So I need to start it as soon as he's done. I'm starting. So newest Aragon book.
All right. I am full of the mystery thriller pile. You have the fantasy pile.
Do I really?
It works out. Yeah, you have 3 fantasies.
I don't think this is a fantasy. This is horror, contemporary horror.
I know.
I know, but that's
I
not
labeled
fantasy.
it. No, your
We'll
other
get into
3.
it.
Your other 3 are fantasy.
Oh, gotcha. I was like,
She's
no.
not listening to me again.
I'm tired.
Kidding.
So tired.
All right, so my next, this is kind of a mystery thriller as well, if I can talk. This is called This Lie Will Kill You. On the screen. Whoop, I don't know what I'm doing. By Chelsea Pitcher. And so this has been kind of touted as a Clue meets Riverdale. I don't know if you've watched that show or not.
I did try to watch a couple episodes and realized I'm too old.
Oh my goodness. So a year ago, there was a party, and a teenager died at this party. 5 other teenagers had a part in it. And no one has told the truth about what really happened. I mean, it's very much sounds like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Kind of.
I did like that movie.
Yay, the 90s movie.
No, I was like, I'm pretty sure I was a teen when that came out.
And so all 5 of them end up with an invitation to this, a show, kind of like a, oh my goodness, my brain. Sorry, I'm going to butcher another book review or book talk. But they get invitations to go to this mansion and participate in some sort of game show type of thing. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Like a reality TV.
Yeah, to win
type.
$50,000. So none of them question it. They're just all real excited to win this money, and they all go there. And it is not for them to win anything. It is someone who knows what happened and is seeking revenge. And not all of them are supposed to be able to make it out of the mansion. So
Yeah. So for a really old person, that to me sounds like Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None.
I haven't read that one.
It's a classic. You have to read it.
I know.
It's so
I
much
need to.
better than Murder on the Orient Express. But anyways,
Well,
personal
also,
opinion.
what was House on Haunted Hill?
Yeah. And
Where they, or no?
no, not. I know exactly what you're
The
saying.
haunted-
The haunted
haunting?
Hill. Haunted.
It's
Hill.
one of those, another 90s show where, remember that Thrillist,
I really
like,
think
invites
that
people.
was a remake of Agatha Christie. And then, but anyways,
That's one for you too.
good
All
book.
right. Next.
Oh, is it my turn again?
Yes, it is.
So my next one is Slayer, and this is by Kirsten White. And it is from the world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So this is another 90s
We have a theme here.
TV. Well, yeah, they're bringing it back.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So I think everything will be awesome.
I also purchased a Buffy the Vampire Slayer picture book for downstairs, so.
Nice. Anyways, this is actually just picks up right where Buffy and Angel left off. Well, it doesn't. It's contemporary, so it is set today. But basically, the girl that is picked to be the new Buffy, she's the last one there's ever going to be. So this is in the Buffyverse. This author, Kirsten White, she wrote, oh shoot, I was gonna look it up and then I forgot because I told Miss Research over here, I was like, yeah, I don't need to look any of this stuff up. I know what I'm talking about. She wrote And I Darken, that entire series, which is extremely popular and a bestseller too. So I think that this is going to be awesome, and for sure I'm going to read it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Love it. Next.
Woohoo! All right, my next one is a realistic fiction. It is called My Almost Flawless Tokyo Dream Life by Rachel Cohn. I do like the cover. It's
Super
very
cool cover.
colorful.
I was gonna say, didn't you send me a
and
picture of it
happy.
the other day? Like you liked it a lot.
Maybe. I don't remember.
You did.
It's
She
been
texted me a
too many
picture.
days. So Elle, our main character in this, is a foster child, and it is discovered that her father is a Japanese hotel mogul, and so he wants her to move to Tokyo. So she does. She's all excited. You know, she has a family now. She's ready to start this new life. And of course, things don't go how they're supposed to. Not everyone in the family is ready to accept her there. And so she kind of falls in with the wrong crowd, starts running around with these like uber cool hip gang called the X-Brats, or
Oh goodness.
yeah, the X-Brats is what it said.
Great
And
name.
so
Very unique.
and so, you know, she's running around with them, things are happening, she's not really truly being herself. And when it comes to a decision that has to do with a friend, I think she comes to realize that you truly need to be yourself in order to know who your people are, like who your real friends are, who your family is, like just be you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the theme of this book, is figuring out who you are and then not being ashamed of it.
Yeah, which is awesome. I threw this in her cart. Well, so we have a cart called Cass Once, and Christine decides if I need it or not, because I tend to
usually buy it.
I tend to throw a lot in there, but I think the reason that I picked this too is it has a lot of pop culture references, especially
Yes.
about Japanese mania. I mean, I think
Yeah.
all kids today have some fascination with. I mean, it's so
With the culture.
poppy. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know. So I think it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. If you like realistic fiction, you know, today's hipster stuff.
Hipster stuff. Yes.
I don't know if Japanese pop culture would be considered hipsters. You guys are probably all out there like throwing things at the camera right now saying no. Anyways. My next one is Sahil Girls, and this is by Claire Legrand. This is, like Christine liked to call me out earlier, it is horror.
And she wrote Furyborn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Claire Legrand. Because I remember looking at that and being like, oh,
Nice.
maybe.
Jordan,
oh gosh.
can I ask a huge favor?
Now I'm worried
I love
that
you,
I'm
love
wrong.
You. Will you lock that door?
Yeah, actually,
when
I was
you
gonna go
guys-
downstairs and close for you guys.
Oh, you don't have to
just,
close.
Just lock the door. That would be awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. Yeah, please.
It's closing
Thanks,
time.
It's closing time.
There's the 3D printer still on. Would you
Okay.
show
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. I can handle that.
Woo!
Maybe. I'm scared.
We'll
I've never,
find out.
I've never turned the 3D
We
printer
might
on.
break something. It's fine.
We'll just blame Jared. Now we'll know if he watches these videos or not. And he'll, call
Yell
us
at
out.
us.
Yep. Sahil Girls, Legrand. Furyborn. I loved that book. I actually did. Read it. This one is contemporary, so it's set today, and it is a girl empowerment gory book, actually. So 5 different girls all meet, and they all live on this island where weird, creepy things happen, and there's a girl missing. And I think it looks very cool. It's rated really high
I would
on
say
Goodreads,
it's
and it's
all over Instagram. Yeah.
which doesn't
Always
necessarily
mean it's
always
good.
mean it's good.
Yeah.
'Cause I'll talk about one here in a minute that I didn't love, but I think there'll be people out there that love it. But yeah, shocking, nail biting, and gorgeously written. So
Now I'm
excited.
worried that I'm wrong about her also writing Furyborn. Oh, just kidding. It says back here. She did. She wrote it. I was right.
Don't doubt yourself, Christine. You're always right.
Oh, God. No. Stop that.
She is.
All right. My last one is also a mystery thriller called The Fade. And it is by Demetria Lunetta. And so in this one, 4 girls have gone missing. And the police never solved the case. Like, they go missing in the past, not like presently in the book. They were missing, the case was never solved. But you have, I believe it's Haley. Yes. Haley thinks she knows what happened. She believes that they were murdered, and that they were murdered in her house, in the basement of her house that she lives in now. There's a hostile presence in her house, and she feels like it's trying to push her to solve the case, figure out what happened. And she feels like if she doesn't, then she is going to be next. Like,
Oh,
she
goodness.
feels like whatever is going on in her house is going to come after her if things don't get solved. So,
Scary.
if you like ghosts and creepy things and unsolved murders.
I do. I'm shaking my head, but I'm like,
I know.
do like
I was
to
just
read
like,
it,
why
but then
are you
I'm
over
always,
here like,
I know.
no?
I don't know. 'Cause I can't watch the movies, but I still love the books. Okay, my last one is kind of exactly what we just talked about. It gets a ton of traction and hype on Instagram, on Goodreads, on everything. Does that matter?
No, I think
Okay.
we'll still be good.
I made Christine order it, and I read it before she even processed it. I didn't love it, but that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be people. It's super controversial, and I think that there are going to be people that like it.
No, what you told me of it, no.
Well,
I mean, there's a
it has
dragon.
dragon in it.
But what goes on with the dragon?
Yeah. So
No.
it is Damsel, and it is by Elena K. Arnold. So if you are a big booktuber, bookstagrammer, you probably have seen this. It does get...
Claire Legrand likes it.
I know, right?
That's what I was looking at.
I know. A lot of people liked it, but I was not super impressed.
Bye, Jordan.
See you later, Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you for turning that off, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is fairy tale. Prince has to go save a damsel from a dragon in order to become king. This is mature. Do not, yeah,
Well,
very mature. It deals with some sexual violence. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. it's kind of weird and crazy.
It sounds kind of weird when you told me.
It was, but like I said, if you are into those controversial, they're supposed to make you think, and it has a shocking twisty end, then this will be the book for you. But I didn't think it was very intellectual.
I don't think I'm going to read it.
Yeah,
I hate to say that in this book where we're, or in
I
this
know,
book,
we just
in this
ordered it.
video
It's a brand
where we're
new
like
book.
promoting, but at the same time it's kind of like,
I know, but I'll be interested to see what other people think of it, because
Yeah.
I didn't love it. That's why I want you to read it, is to see if I am just
okay. I might do
grouchy
it.
and
Just
old. I think you could. I mean, I read it in, I think, like 2 sittings. I mean, it's really,
okay. I'll think about it.
really
Okay,
easy.
so real quick, because the battery is dying on my
shit,
phone.
yeah.
We're gonna kind of flash some of the other books that we have here that are part of really popular series. Like we have the Dark Artifices.
Artifices. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Taylor?
I know. Taylor's not here to tell us. By Cassandra Clare, Queen of Air and Darkness. This is book 3. It has a lot of pages.
Huge.
And Taylor read it in like 2 days.
Yeah, she devoured that
Yeah.
book.
So
we have a lot of kids that love
Claire Legrand.
Shadow Hunters.
Oh my gosh. I almost said whatever. I'm lost. Don't listen to me.
So this'll be gone tomorrow. As soon as we put it out,
Yeah.
we'll have a couple kids that are
All right, you next.
screaming for it.
Oh, what do you want to talk about?
I don't
This
know.
one.
I don't know.
This one.
Well, you know this one. So
No,
this
I don't.
is the sequel to Arch Enemies. It's called
This is the sequel to Renegades.
Renegades, and it's called Arch Enemies. I'm
Marissa
sorry.
Meyer.
Marissa Meyer, who wrote the Lunar Chronicles that
Really
everybody
good.
loves. So
Sure
book
did.
2.
Once a King by Erin Summerhill. This is part of a Clash of Kingdoms series. I really love this series.
Ever Hunt. I read that too, right?
Mhm. Yes,
It
and
was
you
good.
liked it.
Yeah.
This kind of follows a different character. Like it's not
cool.
it's not the third of that
Her
exact.
story?
Yeah, it goes off with the king.
Oh, okay.
It's his story that leaves off after book 2, but you're following him now. So
Oh, cool.
super good fantasy series.
So I
And
never read
clean,
number-
clean. It's
Yay,
like
good.
I know the Hawks girls read it.
So we
Boys.
have Thanos from Marvel. It was written by Barry Lyga. Bad guy. I'd be interested to see how they write a whole book from his about his story and perspective. I cannot wait for the new Marvel movie. Can you? They just put
Which
out
one? Wait, what one?
Oh
what are
my
we talking
gosh!
about?
Now you're calling me out
Yep.
on it. The Avengers.
Oh, well,
Infinity
I'm
War.
not all caught up.
Don't even talk to me then. I'm so
Don't
excited.
lie. I want to see them. Don't yell at me. All right, so Mortal Engines. The
Oh.
movie's coming out. We talked
No,
about.
it's already out. It was out.
I mean, the movie's already out.
It was out at Christmas.
I've been paying a lot of attention.
Maybe even Thanksgiving.
This is book 4 of the series. I know we have several
Yeah.
teens reading the series right now, so they are going to be really excited that book 4 is here.
I read
so
book
they
1.
can
It was really
continue
good.
reading.
It was really good.
Are there any more?
So Jason Reynolds. This is number 4 of the track series. It is called Lou.
Teachers love this. We've had teachers come in checking out this series to read to their classes.
Well,
like middle school classes.
Yeah. Well, my 5th grader read it in his school book club.
Oh, yeah?
Ghost. He read
Yeah,
Ghost, which
yeah.
is the first one, and loved it. And he is totally a fantasy kid. He will
Yeah.
tell you he doesn't like other things. Love this book, and he has number 2 checked out right now. So
All right, to wrap this up real quick to make sure we don't run out of battery, I'm going to show, so we have a lot of manga. We're making sure that we are getting that in for our graphic novel section, but I've also been exploring out and looking up different graphic novels for teens and young adults. And so I just kind of want to show what we're bringing in, just in case, you know, you're interested in that. We have book number 3 from the Legend series by Mary Lou. Graphic novels. We've got the 3rd one in, so now we have all 3 graphic novels based off of that series.
awesome.
This one is called Page by Page. I'm not sure exactly what they're about, but I just want to show you in case like any of this might strike your fancy. And then the Agony House, and this kind of looks very interesting.
I think that was another one I threw in because I
like the
I went down a Goodreads
the illustrations
rabbit hole
on it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a mix. Like you have a mix of storytelling, and then you have the sections. That's the more
I've heard
graphic
really
novel-y.
great things about that one for sure.
All right, we're
real
probably
quick.
gonna have to be done.
Are we?
Because
Okay.
we're at 20 minutes and the 10% thing already popped up.
I'm okay
so.
with it for sure.
We have more.
I don't
We have a
see
lot more.
anything.
So
I do real quick. The newest Abby Glines. Or wait, is this a Losing the Field? No, it's a new one.
yeah, it's a new
So
one.
it's a contemporary romance
Sports,
sport. Well, yes and no.
kind of.
It's
They're all sport titles.
okay, Christine.
I don't know. I haven't read any of them, so I don't know.
Anyways, so
All right.
tons of new books in the library this February 14th. Come and get them.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for
I
watching.
know, for sure.
Bye.
See ya.